KubeStellar Community Call. This is being recorded now. So, this is a CNCF meeting, so we abide by the CNCF Contributor Code of Conduct, which I will read now. As a contributor and maintainer in the CNCF community, and in the interest of fostering an open and welcoming community, we pledge to respect all people who contribute through reporting issues, posting feature requests, updating documentation, submitting pull requests or patches, and other activities. We're committed to making participation in the CNCF community a harassment-free experience for everyone, regardless of level of experience, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, disability, personal appearance, body size, ethnicity, race, age, religion, or nationality. So I assume you all have the link to the meeting. Please record your attendance. And let's get going with the agenda. So KubeCon is coming up. The main CFP has closed. The CFP for co-located events closes at the end of the weekend. We have the Open Source Summit in progress, actually just finished. Does anybody here have anything to report from that? I'll take that as a no. All right. We have a lot of work going on the UI. There's just a list of ongoing things in the agenda. Does anybody want to report anything in particular on that or discuss it?
Not related to the UI, but related to our intern for Google Sum of Code. We have Ashmit here. He just would like to give an update about the project has done and get some feedback from community. So just to provide a background, so Ashmit has been working, developing a framework that can measure and provide the real-time performance value of the KubeStellar data plane per se, so that can help us to enhance the observability of the KubeStellar performance. So now turn back to Ashmit. Ashmit, do you want to take over from here? You're on mute if you are talking.
Yeah, thank you, Bruno. For my work on the measurement of the latencies as a GSOC program, I built. Let me share the screen to show what is the progress in the project. Okay. So basically, the project is all about the calculating and showing the latencies of the data plane in a real time. So we built a controller using a KubeBuilder, and we make a controller to scrap the matrices. To expose the matrices of latencies at each stages of the deployment. Like here you can see here a graph. We we are showing the end-to-end latencies. Like currently we are targeting one cluster, but in future we will make it a multi-cluster, and also currently it is only scraping for the deployment thing, but we will make it for the pod and other object types. So the graph is showing.
Yeah, can you slow down and tell us what exactly you mean by latencies of the data plane?
Okay, like latencies is like the time taken from when we create a deployment at WDS, it goes to like it goes to ITS, create a manifest work file, and then create an applied manifest work file, and then create a WDS deployment there. So this is the total downsync process. So we are calculating the latencies at each stage, the time taken by it from going from the WDS to manifest work creation, and then after the manifest work creation to the applied manifest work creation, and then the applied manifest work creation to the WEC deployment. So this is a whole downsync process breakdown. Like this graph is showing all about this. And for the upsync, like the status updation at WDS deployment to the work status, and then the work status to the WDS status. So this is the breakdown for the upsync part. So this is what we are calculating, and showing as a graph on a graph in terms of percentile. It's a 99 percentile, 75 percentile, and 50 and 25 percentile. And also we are showing the graph for the total downsync and upsync latencies. And here one more graph for the workload deployment matrices, like for cluster 1. Let's say currently we are looking only for the deployment. So it is only showing the number of deployments that are created in cluster 1 with the timestamps. So it is all about this.
All right. I'm a little surprised that the specificity to workload objects of type or kind deployment. Is there anything, any reason why this is only for objects of that kind and not general kinds? Any kind?
I wrote the code only for the deployment code now, but we will make it generalized for the pod also and other object types too.
So yeah, maybe let's just point some field here. So we know that some kinds of objects, like I think config maps and I believe also secrets, they don't have it. For example, they don't have a post status, and objects like deployments and pods, yeah, and serves their report status. So we kind of basically we want to cover both of these scenarios per se. And right now we just start we cover the deployments. And for deployments, for example, for pods, this is something that we are still discussing. We know that a pod, for example, has a transition of states. It doesn't have just one state. So right now we have in mind maybe just pick up the first status update of the transition of the pod. Just stop here to see if I answer your question.
All right. In my opinion, it would be interesting to be able to get latency information for kinds of objects that don't have a status. I recognize that you might have difficulty getting the back propagation information, but the forward propagation is still something that we'd be interested to get statistics on.
Yes, we definitely planning. Yes, that's not target, definitely. And as Ashmit mentioned, he's gonna push a PR later today, so also get feedback. So we are using KubeBuilder, and we just starting writing the control that you're just pushing for deployments, and we are going to extend creating controllers to watch for other types of objects as well.
All right. I think you'll find that with controller runtime, it's easy to make, it normally makes a client that is not specific to a particular kind of object. So it should be easy to deal with all kinds of objects. All right. Any other?
Thanks for the
Okay. Any other comments or questions for that project? All right. Do you want to say anything, Braulio, about the Cornell SDF program?
yes, for the Cornell SDF, so the focus of this year, we are focused on using KubeStellar to help create a protect environments for farmers to deploy AI models on their farm, so that they can share their data confidently, but still preserve their privacy, and modelers, they can have access to the data to train the models, but without seeing the data. So we are using KubeStellar with the confidential containers. We have a prototype, initial prototype that now that is working, and the focus on this summer going to be to enhance and runs some more experiments. But so far for the current status, we have submitting a talk slash post for KubeCon that North America. Yes, that's a start for now.
All right, thank you. Again, let me invite, does anybody else want to say anything about any of the other UI activity or the LFX internship program? All right. Does anybody else here have any of the projects, the tasks, projects, whatever they want to discuss?
Hi, Mike. Can you hear me?
Just barely. Can you get a little bit louder?
Yeah, wait. Sorry, probably a microphone problem. Is it any better?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I just have a quick question for you. Have you, by any chances, have time to look at KubeFlex?
I haven't had time lately, but I will look later today.
Okay, because I did have a question. Last time you did a release, the changes you made was about the Kubernetes support, right? The Kubernetes version, wasn't it?
That was one of the things, yes. We actually had a quick series of releases. We had a bunch of botches. It took several releases to just get it done right. But yes, go on.
So I was wondering something. At the moment, I'm working on implementing k3s as a new control plane, and I had to choose a k3s image, which has its own version of Kubernetes. I was wondering if it can be a problem that I'm choosing a newer version on k3s while KubeFlex control plane is running an old version of Kubernetes.
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, since KubeFlex is hosting control planes, it can host different control planes with different versions of Kubernetes. However, in a practical sense, it is a problem because typically people will use the same clients, kubectl client, for all of the spaces that they work with. And Kubernetes does have a version skew constraint between kubectl and the API servers. I believe it's plus or minus one release. So there is a constraint there. That practically.
Right, so that means if they use a kubectl that is communicating with the API server that is older, then it will forward the same API version to k3s, right? So some of the features on k3s won't be able to be used.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, I think I got that a little bit wrong. kubectl can be more than a little older than the API server, but not more than one release newer.
Oh, okay.
So practically speaking, though, what this means is we do try to keep everything at the consistent level of Kubernetes release. So yes, it would be good if your API servers were at the 1.30 release, or we do need to make the progress to the 1.31 Kubernetes release. So we could, in the next release of KubeFlex, move everything up to Kubernetes release 1.31.
Okay. And for my information, what is the policy we have? Do we want to be one version older than the latest, or two versions older than the latest? Ideally,
Well, ideally, we'd like to be as close to the latest as possible.
okay.
But that as possible is an important constraint. The constraint is that we test with OpenShift using some OpenShift clusters that we have available in IBM on the IBM cloud. So we're limited to the latest version of OpenShift that's available on the IBM cloud, which right now is 4.18, and that's Kubernetes release 1.31. So
Right.
that's why I say that's where we should be going next.
Okay, I see. It's true that OpenShift has two versions older than the latest. Okay.
Yes.
Also, yeah, for your information, I am not dealing with OpenShift on K3s because I don't have access to OpenShift. So it's sort of very hard to test. So I think K3s will be out of the OpenShift scope, at least for what I'm doing. And then Paolo.
Well, you're not the only one who can test. So you can rely on, I think you should be able to ask other people to help with testing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. All right. Any other comments about work on the internship programs or the UI?
Hello, Mike.
Yes.
I haven't I am wondering about the LFX Mentorship Program, the Term 3. What are the plans of the KubeStellars on proposing the projects in the Term 3?
Okay. Maybe I made a mistake in asking for this because I'm actually not an expert on this. Andy is the one leading that. So I'm not quite sure what to say about term 3. Does anybody else on the call know an answer? New?
All I can say is that Andy did send a message to all the interns about it, where he asked if we had any idea, any proposition for the term 3. So I think it's still open questions, but we do have a thread where we were sharing ideas for KubeStellar UI, KubeFlex, and so forth. So I think he's gathering information and try to prepare for the next internship, but nothing official at the moment.
I think there's still a time when the acceptance of the proposals will start. I also have a question, like there is a higher rate of contribution to the UI part of the KubeStellar than the other projects of the KubeStellars. I am still wandering around the project and understanding it before starting to contribute or making or raising an issue. Can you give me some ideas around it if possible? Yes, I have joined the Slack community.
So I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Are you looking for ideas of where you might contribute?
Yeah. Well, like I have seen that UI project was the rate of contribution to the UI project is much greater than the other. More people are contributing to the UI part than other. Why it is so?
Yes. Well, you're welcome to contribute to all parts of it. As for the why, I think perhaps it is simply younger, and there's a lot more work to do to get it to kind of an initial working good shape. But I'll leave the big questions of why for anybody to answer.
I also think it's because most of the people are into TypeScript, and under the CNCF project, there's not a lot of TypeScript project. Most of them are probably Go and Rust, in my opinion. So that's why it's so popular for people that specialize in web development. That's my take, at least.
I'm
Thank
also
you.
like, what's the best way to understand the like base to get up to the maturity level where I can contribute to the KubeStellar efficiently. Like, should I focus starting with the Kubernetes first and then jumping to the KubeStellar?
Well, certainly you need to understand Kubernetes first. KubeStellar is, about managing workloads on Kubernetes clusters. So you certainly need to know about Kubernetes clusters and what people do with them first.
Like, I have some basic understanding. I have basic understanding around the Kubernetes, but still, I was looking deeper into the KubeStellar. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Sure. I mean, clearly the UI is in some sense at the top of the pyramid. So you'll need to understand the lower level software, the KubeStellar core. You need to understand really before working on the UI. It would help to understand KubeFlex, which is hopefully not all that complex, but it's an important piece of the pile as well. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Let's move on. We're running out of time. On a brief status update here, we did get out a regular release 0.28.0. This finished the upgrade to Kubernetes 1 release 1.30 and made many security vulnerability fixes. As mentioned, we want to get to 1.31, and there are more vulnerability fixes to pick up. And advancing to the next Kubernetes release will enable a lot of that, because most of our remaining vulnerabilities are in stuff that we import. Let's see here. There's other work. Bradley, do you want to say anything about the performance testing infrastructure?
Yes. So we have a PR that provide a framework that based on Ansible and focus on using AWS. That allows you to build a scale test to conduct a large-scale performance experiment with using KubeStellar. So basically, it allows you to create a Kubernetes cluster. You can select, configure the number of worker nodes that you need, and also allows you to create a set of clusters and the what clusters, the workload execution clusters. And these clusters are just based on kind. So you can scale down or up just based on the amount of resource that you have available to you. So yeah, this PI is very close to be merged. So we are just waiting to get some to have the latest release of KubeStellar. And the next week I'll be pushing, be testing this PI with the latest change. And to see and to have it merged soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So another kind of big deal is we did do a migration from the PROW from the KCP project to our own PROW. That's mostly complete. We still do have a couple of outstanding bugs in that. Let's see. Other work. There's some long-standing things that are in the midst of being done, which you can see in the agenda. I won't bother to read them because we're out of time. So in summary, just say we've got KubeCon coming up. We've got the CFP for co-located events, closes at the end of the weekend. So do keep that in mind. We have lots of work going on the UI and the internship programs. We made a release to get up to Kubernetes 1.30. We want to get to 1.31 next. And yeah, those are the main things. All right. Our time is drawing to a close. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.